Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got for you another eye look from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And you guys asked for it, you liked the last look I did from here, so I thought I would conjure up a little bit of the fall season and do a sort of cranberry looking look. And that's what we have going on here today. A little bit cranberry, a little bit gold, a little bit grungy. So if you would like to see how I got that look with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, keep on watching. So to start out, the colors that are intriguing me are really this berry and this gold and these tones right here and maybe a little bit down here. So that is kind of where I am thinking we are going to head with this. First off, I do want to set my eye primer with the pale shade in the corner. Any flat, fluffy brush will do ya. This one is from Wet n Wild, and I have already primed my lids with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and this is just to kind of help all of the shadows blend a little bit more easily over the primer. Sometimes if your primer is tacky, you can kind of have the problem of your shadow sticking immediately right in the spot where you first lay it down and it won't blend out as easily. So I just like to set all of my primers, regardless of which one I use, with a flesh-toned shadow just to start things off. Next I'm going to go in with this shade right here and use this as my transition color. You want to use a fluffy brush for this. I'm using a Wayne Goss 03, but a fluffy tapered crease brush is what we are going for. And this is a little bit of a darker transition color, so in that way it'll be just a little bit more dramatic. Taking this into the crease, and since I have hooded lids, I'm going slightly above my crease as well, and just blending until it blurs out nicely. Next, I'm going to go into the inner corner and the outer third with this color here, and we're going to do sort of a halo eye today. So I'm going to start with a flat shadow brush. This is a MAC 233. Any flat shadow brush will do ya. I'm going to start in the outer corner first to just get most of that product off onto my outer corner. Blend it up toward the crease, and then pull it into the center of the eye toward about a third of the way in, not quite to the halfway mark. Pick up a little more, go for the inner corner, and leave that center part of your lid blank. Next I'm going to go in with this third color down the line and a smaller tapered brush. This is a tapered crease brush. I'm using the Sigma E25. Just a tiny bit of product on the tip of that brush, and we're going to take that into the crease lower than we put the initial color, but just enough to sort of deepen up the crease just a little bit and keep it in the crease. You don't want to go down onto your lid with this. For a little more depth, I'm going to take that same color on a mini blending brush. This is a Wayne Goss 02, and same color, we are just going to deepen up the inner and outer corner a little tiny bit. Layering is what's going to give us sort of a depth of character of our eyeshadow looks. For the center of the lid, I'm going to go in with this gold shade and a flat shadow brush. I'm going to use that MAC 233 again, and this is where we are going to fill in that center part of the lid that we had left blank. And when you get to the edge of the overlap with that reddish shade, just sort of lightly wiggle your brush back and forth right over that seam where the two meet to give them a nice blend. You can always go back with that first shimmer red and go back and forth and wiggle with both of them, and that way you get back and forth between the gold and the red until your blend looks how you would like it to. To add some depth and cool down the warmth a little bit, I'm going to go in with this darker sort of plum shade. I'm going to mix a teeny bit of that with the shade right beneath it. And we are going to use that in the outer corner, or the outer 7 area. Don't bring it too far into the crease, just a little bit. We just want a little depth of color here. I'm going to get an even smaller shadow brush. This is a Wayne Goss 05 little pencil tip brush, and take that same mix of two colors and connect it from where it meets in this corner down onto the lower lash line. I'm going to take it about 2/3 of the way in. Same brush, I'm going to go back in with this gold shade, and we're going to kind of mimic what we have on the upper lid, on the lower lid, and get a little bit of gold right in the center. Then I'll use the darker of the red shades to sort of pull it all together. A little bit over on the end and to the inner corner. I'm going to smoke that out a little bit with this sort of peachy shade. And for inner corner highlights, I will go in with this light shimmer. Brow bone, I'm going to start with that color we first used as our primer setter. I'm going to tightline with the Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil in Legend, which is black. I like to tightline before I do any eyeliner because it gives me a better idea of how deep I need to go on the liner. I'm feeling like we need a wing, so I've got my NYX Epic ink here. Let's see what happens. For my lower waterline, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay 24/7 in Alkaline. This is from the Naked Heat launch. For mascara, I've got the Urban Decay Perversion. Since my natural lashes are such a hot mess right now, I popped on the Allure Vegas Nay lashes in Classic Charm. Got some Wet n Wild brow mascara here. I'm feeling a sort of goldish lip. Let's go with the Lorac. This is from the Pirates of the Caribbean in Bar Bossy. It is a lipstick slash gloss combo. And here's the finished look, a sort of berry fall-like, sort of kind of grungy, kind of goldish looking look from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which is coming to Ulta if you have not seen that news yet. And if you would like to see more looks from this palette, let me know down below in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like these tutorial style videos and want to see more of them. And thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.